Before I share with you the best budget friendly setup you can get right now in late 2023 on a shoestring budget without breaking the bank, I first have to share with you what most tech YouTubers simply won't tell you. Let's talk tech. How's it going? Will here from Will Talk Tech, and my mission is to show you how to make creating content effortlessly. Now, as I alluded to, this right here is a Sony A7 IV. It shoots 10 frames per second, 33 megapixel. It has a 10-bit color space, which is 422, and it shoots up to 1/8,000th of a second, which means you can really slow some stuff down and stop that movement. Now, that's everything that most YouTubers will tell you, right? They get into the specs. Here's what they don't tell you. What they don't tell you is this body by itself, when I bought it, was 2,500, I think it was 25, 26. I don't know the exact amount. I know after I added insurance to it, it was a little bit over $3,000. Body only. I added the cage to it, so include that cage with that price of 3,000. This camera lens right here was, I think I want to say around $1,000. This is the Sigma 24 to 70. I think if I'm not mistaken, I spent $1,000 on that. After that, I had to get a SD card. The two SD cards that's up in here is pro grade. They are the 256 one. I think I spent about 300 and some dollars on that. Now, on top of that, in order for me to get the full capabilities out this camera, I can't use a slouch computer. I have to use a real computer. So when you look at buying this camera, like a lot of people don't understand, when you look at purchasing an expensive camera, understand that you have to upgrade all your gear. You have to upgrade your laptop. You have to upgrade your SD card readers. You have to upgrade it all because this camera is more demanding than whatever you've been using when you decide to jump up to the $2,000 and $3,000 cameras. And this is what most people won't tell you. This is why I recommend you don't start here. This is unnecessary complexity. And if you're on a budget, this isn't what you should be looking at. What you should be looking at is this right here, the phone that you have in your pocket. It doesn't matter if it's an iPhone or an Android. You want to enhance the phone that's on you in your pocket that you carry around with you all the time. And the cool thing about it is, it's easy for us to enhance these phones. So the very first thing we want to do, if I wanted to enhance this phone, meaning that maybe I don't have a Pro, and you know with the Pro you get a super wide lens and you get your telly. Maybe you don't have that. Or maybe you don't have an S21 Ultra and you just got a basic iPhone, a basic Android. That's fine. It's no big deal. What you would do in that case is we would want to upgrade our image quality first. In order to do that, we would use our moment lenses. We have right here is a 18 millimeter, and this is a 60 millimeter. Now, the cool thing about these is they're super small, as you can see, super duper small. And if we pop our caps off, let's pop off the caps. You can see this is your telly, and this right here, this would be your 18-inch wide. This would be your wide angle. Once we put these on our camera, this makes our image wider. This makes our camera zoom in more. So this is like if you wanted to get some cool B-roll using your camera, you would use this. If you wanted a talking head shot, you would probably use this. So this is an easy way for us to level up our image quality. The next thing we want to do is we want to consider if we're outside, sometimes we're outside and we're using our phones, and we want to make sure we get the best image quality, but we want to keep our settings dialed in. If that's the case, all we need is this right here. This is an ND filter. And the cool thing about it is if I pop this lens back off right here, it goes over it like so. Once I got that in there, now you can see it sits on my phone. And the cool thing about it is with Moment, it comes with a special case. You literally lock it in, and now you can have this outside, and you can have your phone like so. And it could be daylight, and you can still dial in your settings. Pretty cool stuff. After we have an ND filter and we have our camera lenses, the next thing we need to do if we want to upgrade the quality of these phones is we have to tackle audio. Now, with audio, for me personally, I grabbed the Shure MV88. And I grabbed this for a few reasons. The main reason why I grabbed this is because I wanted something that plugged directly in. And I like the fact that this was versatile and it comes with an app. Now, This is a lightning. You can get a lightning to USB-C adapter, and you could check with Shure and see if they actually have a version of it that's made specifically for your Android. If they don't, you can easily buy a lightning to USB-C adapter. I have a few of them as well. Now, the reason why I got this is because I wanted to make sure that when I plug in, I don't have to sync up no audio. Syncing up audio when it comes to phones are a drag. It always get out of sync for me. For whatever reason, the audio that I'm recording external never matches up with the bit rate that I'm recording with inside the phone, which makes it very frustrating when you're starting out talking and your lips are in sync, and then over time it just look like a Chinese movie or something like that because it's a dubbed movie. That's frustrating to me. So to make it easy to remove the friction, I simply use this. Now, this is what I recommend. You can use anything that allows you to plug directly into your phone to record, so you're not recording from an external source and having to link it up in post. After we enhance that, and it goes without saying that if you're outside, you want to make sure you have a windscreen for your microphone. Now they call it a dead cat. I don't know why, but that's what they call it. The next thing I want to do if I want to upgrade my phone quality is I need a gimbal. Now, I'm sorry, I need a tripod. Now, with this tripod, this is the one I like. This is the one I use. This is a Ulanzi. It extends out. Now, the cool thing about it is I'm able to extend these legs. All I gotta do is pull down on this. And once I pull down, it gives me some more. I can push down this button and put the legs back in. So I like that from that standpoint. It's pretty good. And when I couple it with this, which is a moment, I guess you would say tripod or magnet or whatever the case may be. I like the fact that it links in and I'm able to take it off and put it on super easy. When my phone up in there, it's still super easy to use. And everything that I'm showing you, Moment also offers for Android as well. Because the only difference is this would be the same. The only difference would be this case. That's it. That's the only difference. Other than that, all your gear will still be the same no matter which one you use. All right. Now, if you're out and about and you want to get some B-roll using your phone and you want it stable, then what you want is a gimbal. And in that case, this is the one I use. This is the Osmo Mobile 5, as you can see. So once you got it attached, you can open it up, pull out these legs, and you're able to set it down and you're able to pull this out. So I really like that. And if you're just doing B-roll, that's awesome. If you don't have a lot of weight on your phone, then you can do that. Now, if you got the Moment lens connected, then you're not going to be able to use this because you'll have to get a counterweight. You can use it, but you got to get a counterweight. For me, I never really liked it. It created too much friction, so I never dealt with it. I never did it. But I always like using that if I'm just trying to get some B-roll with my phone. That works awesome. The last thing you need to get if you want to make your setup just super easy for you is going to be lights. Now, some of my lights are newer and they come from newer, but this light right here, which is 3000, it comes from, I think, I don't even know the name. It's linked up below. The name is next to it as always. If you don't think this video is valuable, all the names are right below. Just copy them, paste them into Amazon. You'll bring up the same links. This one right here, I know they discontinued, so I linked up the one that's 2400 instead of 3000. But these lights have served me well. I've had this light since 2015 and they come with three. So you can get your whole three key light set up. If you know what I'm talking about, great. If not, don't worry about it. But it comes with three lights and it's super affordable and the lights are really, really good. So whatever you do, make sure you have a great light source because your image when it comes to being on a phone is going to come down to how good your light source is and how good you're able to lock down your exposures and dial in your settings. All right. All right. So now that you know the gear, let's talk about the software. If I'm recording from my iPhone, then I'm going to go for the Blackmagic camera on my iPhone. If I'm recording from my Android, I'm going out the Filmic Pro. Now, the difference, I like the Blackmagic camera better. Although I have a subscription to Filmic Pro on my iPhone, I still go to Blackmagic camera because it's so much better, it gives you more functionality, and I just like it better. On Android, I'm going with Filmic Pro because I feel like it's the best option on Android. And that's how I'm recording whatever I want to record because it allows me to dial in my settings and get things just right. Now, when it comes to devices that you're going to be using to edit, it really comes down to three. You have your iPad, which honestly is what I prefer. If I'm gonna be using my phone, I would rather use my iPad to edit because I feel like it's the, you know, end all. It's that one solution to do everything. I can do my thumbnails on here. I could do everything from design to editing on here. The only thing I recommend is you get an iPad with the M1 chip in it because that's going to unlock everything. So if you want to use DaVinci Resolve or something like that, you can, and you're not limited. If you don't want to use DaVinci Resolve, then honestly, you don't necessarily have to get an M1 chip. Now, if iPads aren't your bag, then you can grab a MacBook Pro. Now, this is the 16-inch MacBook Pro. Honestly, it's probably a little bit too much just to be editing videos from your phone. You don't need this much power. This is a $5,600 laptop. Like, it's not necessary. It's overkill. All right. And if you're in the PC world, you can get a deal. So no matter what device you use, you just want to make sure that you're grabbing a device that allows you to enjoyably edit your footage. The worst thing you can do is go out, grab a camera or grab some cool footage and then take it back to your device of choice just to find out that, hey, it's struggling to edit this video. This is not enjoyable because it's dropping frames, it's skipping, it's lagging, it's just frustrating to get through the process. This is why I mainly recommend the iPad. No matter what device you have, I literally hands down recommend the iPad M1 chip or better for this because it's just an all around better experience. All right. Now, depending upon which one you decide to jump into, like if you're going to be in the iOS ecosystem, then I recommend you use Final Cut Pro. If you're going to be on PC, then I recommend you use DaVinci Resolve, the free version. Or if you're going to be on an iPad, you have a few more options. You can use Final Cut Pro, you can use LumaFusion if you don't like subscriptions, and you can use the free version of DaVinci Resolve. It's just up to you with whichever one you want to pick. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up so I know you like it so I can create more videos just like this one. Let's dive back in. Okay, so when it comes to screen recording, like if you want to have some B-roll for screen recording, then you have three options. If you're on PC, the only option you have is Camtasia. If you're on Mac, then you have ScreenFlow and Camtasia as an option. And if you're on your iPad, which is what I recommend you be on, then you can just use the built-in screen recorder app that allows you to record your screen or your phone at the same time. So that's how you're going to record your screen. And the last one, which is the bonus, is one of the things that I struggled with when I was first getting started was a background. I seen all these cool backgrounds and I wanted a cool background, but the problem is the space that I'm in honestly don't allow me to get super fancy because it's not that big. So my recommendation to you is to have a wall that you can call your recording wall. This wall, all I did was paint it, grabbed a few photos or pictures or canvases, whatever you want to call it, that I enjoy, that motivated me, and I put them up behind me, and that was my wall. I'm not taking anything down like I used to try to take down the green screen, put the green screen up, sit there, chroma key myself, and then a light wouldn't hit the green screen just right. So some of the green screen would disappear while some of it wouldn't. I had to go back down there and finesse the dial to try to figure out what color it is now that the light is hitting it. I'm telling you, long story short, if you want to remove the friction and you want to just see, if there's something you even really want to do as far as creating videos and things like that, and you just want to get started quickly, this is what I would do, honestly. I would focus in on getting me some decent lenses for my camera. So that way it doesn't matter if I got the S21 Ultra or if I got the iPhone Pro Max. I can have the most basic one and I could pop these lenses on and it'll instantly level up my image quality. I could add in the Shure SM MV88 and it will instantly boost up my audio quality. But more importantly, it makes it easy for me in post. I can slap it on a tripod. I can use an iPhone gimbal if I want some B-roll. Then I could take it to my iPad and I could do my edit and get that video out. For me personally, in my personal opinion, this is by far the best way to go about picking out, what it is you want to do as far as your budget setup when it comes to a budget setup. Because if you have a camera like this right here, then I mean, don't get me wrong, it's awesome, but it comes with a lot of complexity. It comes with a lot of more headaches. And if you can learn how to dial in the settings on these phones right here, once you understand aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, then honestly, transitioning to this is going to be really easy to do because you already know how to dial in your settings. Now you just got to figure out your settings and how to dial it in. And this is how I learned. So I hope you found this super helpful. I hope you found this video to be what you were looking for. Till next time, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Later.